even stop at the crosswalk. He just kept going.
Hey, let's move on to something I saw the other day leaving the building, and I didn't want to tell you guys, but I want to bring it up anyway. There are 4 of you walking across 55th Street, and you almost got hit by a bicyclist.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And you started screaming at him, and he screamed back at you, and I heard what he said to you. Don't get mad at me for saying this. You are a bunch of a-holes. He was in the right.
No way.
I think he was right.
No way.
Okay,
I think
hold on.
You could be right.
No.
Okay, Gandhi, tell the story about. Okay, it was you and Nate, and go ahead.
It was Sam, Skeery, Nate, and myself. We were crossing the street. We walked across because a car stopped and gave us the wave, like, go ahead, cross here. So as we're crossing, a bicycle came flying down the road. It was not in a bike lane. It was on the road. So as we're crossing, this bike almost runs over us, to the point that all 4 of us were so angry, we're screaming, bike lane, there's an effing bike lane, yelling at the top of our lungs. At which point, the gentleman on the bike turned around and yelled, crosswalk, there's a crosswalk. And we were like, oh.
That's right.
Yeah. So Sam and I laughed, and we're like, touche. Skeery and Nate spiraled out of control and got even more angry.
Well, because I'll tell you what, this is just like the game of rock, paper, scissors, you know? Here's
What?
how. No, listen. It's, okay, car, bike, pedestrian. A pedestrian is always in the right. Someone on a bike, if you knock me over,
No, you're absolutely correct. You're correct, but you yelled at him for not being in a bike lane while you were not in a crosswalk.
Because
we had unclean hands.
They have totally rearranged this entire city for bikers, e-scooters, and God bless them for doing that. So they've created all these lanes for them. Use the damn lane.
No, I
Use
agree.
Those green lanes.
I know, but you were not using the crosswalk, which would have kept you safe if you had crossed at a proper time
So you're both
with a
at
walk
fault.
sign.
The nearest crosswalk was all the way down the block. It just is not feasible.
Well, what are you, lazy? Go walk to it.
No, that doesn't make any
would
sense.
you, Danielle?
Yes,
Would you do
I
Look,
would.
if you're going to walk across if you're going to walk across a street
all.
in New York City and not with a crosswalk, you're rolling the dice.
Yeah.
But
But who really does go? Really, who does go to the crosswalk? I don't think any of us
the
do.
thing in New
I
York
don't.
City, people don't. I mean, if you're not from here, you don't know that an avenue is 1,000 feet long.
Long avenue.
But you also know that bicycles are aiming for you. Yeah, what, Froggy? What?
But the fact is, when you go to cross the street, if you checked the bike lane and there was no bike, and the car in the car lane said, hey, go ahead and cross, you are thinking that you have checked all the correct boxes.
Correct.
And therefore, the car is the bike was out of line. I do see where the
No,
problem
he
is you yelled at him
He was
saying,
on the black
but no,
asphalt.
you hold on. You yelled at him going, "There's a bike lane," and he's like, "Yeah, well, there's a crosswalk." So I see where he's coming from.
Well, I know exactly. No, I'm not saying that he was in the right in like almost hitting you. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is you yelled one thing to him, which he totally destroyed.
Yeah. Right.
You said bike lane. He's like crosswalk, and so you can't be mad at him for saying that. He could have said something a lot less constructive.
Can I give the touche moment that we are in the right here? Yeah. So I watched him go down the block, and as he was yelling crosswalk, you know what he did? He blew through the crosswalk. He didn't even stop at the crosswalk. He just kept going.
And I don't even think he was wearing a helmet for that.
He wasn't wearing a helmet.
Oh my
Here's
God!
the thing.
Defend these bikers a-holes
Get
like
off
that.
my lawn!
I'm not defending them. I'm saying all of us were in the wrong, and it's just funny to watch people get pointed out. Hey, you guys are in the wrong too, and you guys spiraled. No, we're not. Yes, you were.
He needs to watch out for us.
He was more wrong.
He's on a bike. The
He was
biker needs to
more
watch
wrong.
out for the pedestrian.
All right. No.
Do you hear this?
Absolutely. He should be looking out for pedestrians, but you should be looking out for bikes if you're in the wrong. If you're going to cross in the middle of a block and not a crosswalk where you're not protected, then it's up to you to know what the hell you're doing.
And when I tell you, Sam and I were laughing so hard because it was just such a funny moment where this guy was like, go F yourselves, you know? And Skeery and Nate are so angry. We're like, this is why men die earlier than women, because they are so bent right now about this guy.
We
Exactly.
taken him. Skeery and I.
Now, okay, but see what you guys missed is down the street I was walking after I watched you guys embarrass yourselves. And then Danielle is driving and she's on her phone and she pulls in front of this other guy and he rolls down his window and yells at her.
No, I was walking and I was on my phone. And the guy, and once again, I wasn't paying any attention like an idiot.
Exactly.
He almost hit me with the car and he rolled down the window and he said,
Yep.
Get off the phone, you bleeping asshole.
He's right.
He is right.
He's right.
But I was so emotional because of everything going on with Spencer. I broke down and I started hysterically crying. Oh, my God.
Exactly.
And then later on in the afternoon, I'm driving my car and I ask a guy nicely, hey, could I merge? You know, you get their attention. Hey, do you mind if I merge? He looked me dead in the eye and on purpose creeped up with his car so that I could not merge. Oh. And once again, I broke down hysterically crying.
Oh, see, that was really mean of him. He should have let you in.
Mean.
See, if you could throw an egg, this wouldn't happen.
But karma's a bitch because you weren't paying attention on your cell phone.
I know. Well, that was
walking around.
That was my fault. I will admit it.
So why am I noticing all these things? I feel like God told me keep an eye on these people. They're dangerous.
Yeah, you don't even step in and help us out? What the hell?
Not at all.
I didn't hear you scream, watch out.
No. Anyway, I just want you guys to be safe out there. It's a crazy city, no matter where you are. Let's just focus. You know what I'm saying?
Someone just texted in, bike lane crosswalk is the new Marco Polo.
Yeah.
Bike lane.
Crosswalk.
You know
It's
what?
true.
I'm hoping the guy that didn't let me in is a fan of the show and he realizes that I'm the one that he didn't let in, you jackass.
No, now he's going to say, hey, Danielle Monaro talked about me on my favorite show this morning.
Give me your name. I'll talk about you more.
Oh, my God.